Hey everyone, welcome back. So this is a quick one, short one. I've got a couple things to unbox. So one of the really cool things about having the channel, something that I never even thought of, and I mentioned this before, is I've been given the opportunity to test out some products. And so I've got a product here, two technically, but one really, to actually shoot with. And so I'm here in Colorado. I was here for like a baby shower. And a company had reached out a couple weeks ago and said, hey, we want to send you a strobe. And I am ecstatic about testing out strobes because that's typically what I shoot. I have a lot that have sent out LED lights, and those are great, but I'm really only using those in studio. And so I don't have the opportunity to really do those the way that I would typically shoot. So now I've got a strobe. And I've got another company sending me another strobe. So I'm super stoked for that one. But this one here, we're just gonna unbox these. So we're gonna go with this one first, the big one first, and then I'll do the little one because I need the little one for the big one. Of course, it's a box in a box. Never a fan of the box in the box, but that's okay. The really cool thing about this is I've got a couple photo shoots here in Colorado that I've actually already reached out and said, hey, I've got a new light coming in and I would love to be able to test it out. Can we schedule something? And so I've got that set up for here in Colorado. So this is a strobe from NEEWER. Super excited. I guess I could show that right there. Super excited. This is the let's see here. It is a 600 watt outdoor strobe with a battery. 600 watt power. So I'm super stoked for that because the 8600 that I use is a 600 watt light. So that is the main power out that I typically shoot with. Again, massive shout out to NEEWER. It's again a true blessing to have companies reach out to me saying, hey, we really like your content, would you be willing to test this out? So absolutely, I would love to test this out. So again, we're going to open this. This is just an unboxing video and I'll give you my initial impressions. So the box in the box and the bag in the box. One thing that really intrigued me with this light was just kind of the way that it looks. So if you're familiar with like the 8600 or even the Pro Photos, they all have a similar look. This thing does not look the same at all. It looks very different. This is a really cool, interesting looking clamshell type case for it. Very nice clamshell. You know, NEEWER, I think, was kind of a budget brand when it came out, and I think it probably still would be more in that budget market. But I've tested some of the NEEWER products over the last year and a half, and I've been really satisfied with what they've got. Instruction booklet, a little gel pack, my power to charge my battery. It's got a little mount for my stand. Really nice. Man, it's heavy duty right there. It's got a lot of weight to it. Rest more from the charger here. So nice brick. Cords right here. Boom. Yep. Very nice. There's the battery. Kind of a heavy duty battery there. Very cool. Looks like it plugs it right into the strobe. Dude, this thing is different, man. Check this out. Dude, that is so cool. Very interesting, very interesting. So this is basically like the reflector that it uses. It is Bowen's mount. Big old bulb. dogs are coming outside. Dude, that is nice. Let's see here, does that come out? Trying to be gentle with it. Man, it's a nice size bulb there. LED modeling light. You plug the battery in right in here. And it's got a charge on it already. It looks like you can actually charge it from right here. Very cool, very cool. I like the little handle that it's got on it. Actually, I think you can charge it right here. So, sorry, I've got my framing set up weird, and of course it just lost me. That is, man, I really like this reflector too. That reflector is nice. Like that, I mean, it's different. Like typically the reflectors I've seen, you know, they come out very, very cool. Love the handle on it. But I can't use a strobe. Oh, very cool. So it basically will screw in just like that. It screws in at the bottom. You can use the umbrella. Very cool, very cool. All right, can't use the strobe without a trigger. And that's what this is. So again, they don't have to do this, but when they reached out, they're like, hey, we'd love for you to test out the strobe. Do you have a trigger to actually trigger the strobe? And I'm like, I don't have a trigger. So they sent me the trigger also. Very cool. So, and the other cool part is when they reached out, you know, this trip I already had planned. So I said, hey, look, I've got this trip to Colorado planned and I could actually use this on the trip if I get it fast enough. And man, they got it to me quick. It came in yesterday, right before we headed out to Colorado, not yesterday, Wednesday, right before we headed to Colorado. So luckily I was able to actually bring it. So here is the trigger. Oh, I gotta get batteries. I need batteries. Let's see, did this thing actually come with batteries? It did not come with batteries, so I've got to get some AA batteries. This looks very similar to the older style Godox trigger that I was using. So this will go right up on top of the camera and I'll get to check that out and use it. Super stoked. Thank you so much for NEEWER for sending this out to me. I cannot wait to test it. I got to go grab some batteries. I'm going to definitely test it before I actually do the shoot with it, because that's the last thing I want to do is test new equipment without ever even messing around with it. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Again, it's just a quick unboxing video, but stay tuned to see some of the work that I create with this light trigger from Colorado. Until next time, keep shooting.